Welcome guys to the Gilded Instructional series. Today we are going to be going over the Blizzard Cup. Here we have a test tournament that we have set up so we can walk through kind of how the test works out, what the channels mean, how to do match chat, how to go through the pick and ban phase, and etc. So let's go into it. First off, you will have to have a 4 roster before signing up. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to go to all servers, go to create a server. This is where you're going to make your team name. So we do have specific names that you have to go by in this tournament. For people that are signing up as a org, you're going to have to put in your org name and then alpha at the end. If it opens up and a second team is allowed from the same org, then you're going to do the org name Bravo. So that's a little thing. Let's make a little test. Let's say I'm just from Avenger Squadron here, or let's say Archangel. Let's just assume that Archangel is a top PvP org here. We're going to call it Archangel Alpha. You can add a photo later if you want. Obviously put in Star Citizen here. This doesn't matter, you can choose what you want. You can just easily move through it. Continue. Let's go. And here, this is where you're going to want to invite people. So you're going to go up to this little section, click on invite people, and you're going to want to send this link to the teammates that you're going to be having on the team. Okay. You can have up to 3 subs as well. So a total of 4 to 7 players for a team. So you're going to want to send these out. So once you have your thing set up, you're going to also want to go to, you're going to be clicking on a link to join the Blizzard Cup. Sent the wrong link. So you're going to obviously accept this invite. It's going to bring you here, and this is where you're going to select your team. So I'm going to choose my team that I just created and has my quote unquote 4 to 7 players, right? You're going to click continue, select all of the players that are now in that server, hit continue, you're going to get a little pop-up that says that you're going to accept the rule book and all that other stuff. Make sure that you read the rule book and all that, and then you can register. So now we are in the tournament here. You can obviously see it is now, if you go over to here, you can see it's sitting right here underneath the plus button. That's an easy way to get to your tournament from your server. As we can see, we have Shock here helping us and me in here in the test tournament. So you're going to see the brackets pop up here in the Blizzard Cup. You're going to want to make sure tournament info is going to also help alongside this video. Quick, easy information that you're going to need to go throughout the tournament. And all important announcements will be put in here for the tournament. Your official calendar, this is where we're going to have our deadlines put in, and also the ability to see when the games are. So you'll see it pop up here. You can see upcoming, and you can also select server time zone. It is important to realize that Gilded automatically puts it into your own time zone. So whatever time that you're seeing here is when when the tournament will be actually starting for your time. So a nice little thing is you can join these for notifications. You can also hit on this 3 circles here and go to export to calendar to put it into your personal calendar. And you can also share it. Here, the official rulebook, this is where you're going to find your little tests. So here we can see the test rulebook. This is where you're going to find the rulebook for everything that you need to know on the tournament. So please make sure that you give this an entire read. Going into the matches, we can then, in the matches section, we can obviously see that there is a player of view streaming instructions for the player. You will be seeing streaming rooms with links and passwords for the home team and away team, obviously based off of seed. There also will be a test room for you to mess around in to make sure everything is working correctly. There also is instructions here on how you can use the website that we use, on how to use certain ways to share your screen for us to watch. For those that are waiting to play their game, there will be a standby section where each team will have their own section to join. So you can still talk if you so desire. Once you are up to play, a organizer will drag you into the respective home team or away team, in which case organizers will stay in their own section so that they can calm down to you when sudden death happens. Going into general, there's a general voice lobby that you can talk in. If that's most of the time, we'll hop in here before the tournament starts to talk about things. You obviously have your chat, support, and then you also will see team captain chat for those that are the captains of the teams where you can talk in here. Now going into it, before we go into the bracket itself and how to navigate the bracket, for those that do want to add more members, you can do so here after they've joined your server. You can add more people. Let's say if you end up finding 2 more subs to fill out the entire 3, you can go here and add them into the team. Here you can check out other teams that are registered, their roster sizes, and obviously you can view their tournament profile, kind of see who is in that team. So going into the bracket, obviously we are only doing finals here. It is a best of 3. You will normally see for the Blizzard Cup, you'll find a round 1, a round 2, and then finals. Round 1 will be a best of 3. The semifinals will then be a best of 5, and finals being a best of 7. Now, for those that once the round has started, you will see right underneath the bracket here, you'll see a little chat that says finals. For you, it might be round 1, match X, right? But here's where you're gonna be able to talk to the other captain of the team, and this is where we're gonna do the pick and ban phase. Pick and ban is something new that we are doing, and it is important that you guys are able to follow along here. You will see this in the rulebook to reference back to, but we're going to post it here so we can just have a look and be able to go with it. So as we can see, Shock is the home team as he is the higher seed. And so based off of this, I'm going to ban something. So for example, what you're going to do is type in the ship. So let's say we want to take out the arrow, and you're going to have to choose the specific loadout for that ship. So make sure that you understand what the locked loadouts are so you can do this effectively. So first off, I'm going to say ban arrow ballistic, right? And then Shock will come in and he will pick his next ban. So he decided to ban the Gladius laser. So keep in mind, you will not be able to, once these are banned, you will not be able to select them in any phase after that for both teams. So if you're banning an arrow ballistic, my team can't do it arrow ballistic, the other team can't do it arrow ballistic. So it is important that you strategize on what you're going to do for bans. Let's just say I'm going to ban Gladius mixed. So now Mental will pick up his second ban here. This is still phase 1 of the bans. And he banned the arrow mix. So now going into phase 2, this is where we get to pick our ships. It is important that it doesn't matter who gets the ship, but you will need to specify, let's say, it's only 2 of us. So I'm going to do Archangel. And then I'm going to select the ship that Archangel is going to play. So Archangel is going to play Arrow Laser. It is worth mentioning the other team can pick an Arrow Laser as well. It does not take it off the table if you pick a ship, but make sure that you are not doing more than the max for, let's say, light fighters. Light fighters have a max of 2 at the moment, so make sure that you're checking the locked loadouts to know specifically how many of each ship you can pick or how many of that class that you can pick. So as it stands, we can pick another light fighter. So maybe, let's say, random name, just because of it, has, let's see, what do we got here? We got, looks like technically we can have 2 arrows. So, well, let's do something else. Let's do defender mixed. So obviously the second person has picked the defender mix, and Shock will go in. We are doing a little bit wrong, but this is just kind of a general conception of how you guys are going to do it. So Mental is supposed to pick another loadout, and then I was supposed to pick 2 loadouts, and then he picks the last loadout. So it is worth mentioning, heavies do require 2 loadouts, so you are only able to select your heavies if you want them in the game within the phase 2 of the area. So step 2 or step 3, you would have been able to pick a Hurricane or a Scorpius. So that is the general conception of how it would go. Obviously, we see Mental picked Gladius Ballistic. Then you would, after finishing phase 2, go into phase 3 and then phase 4. Once you are all finished, you will then make sure that you have selected your lineup. So obviously here, you will select the team that will be playing for this matchup. If it is a best of 3, best of 5, best of 7, you will select for each game. And you have to make sure that the teams are all the same for each game, as we do require. You can't do substitutes in between matchups unless there is a serious issue. So that's how you select your lineups. And then once the round is done, you will not have to worry about submitting your results. Organizers will submit it for you, but if you do have any issues, you can hit contact admins and you will be able to talk to our organizers through here if you have any issues with the match, whether that be scoring or eccentric. Each kill is 1 point, so keep that in mind. So that should give you a general gist of how the tournament will work. If you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me or comment down in the section below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys later.